If I asked you today, if I had the possibility to wave a magic wand and erase any kind of pain or suffering you're going through right now, or whatever challenges you're facing, either in your health, your relationship, or your finances, would you accept my offer? Or how much will it cost for you to say yes to this? Now, I get it. When you're going through the pain, it's very easy to get to that moment when someone offers you a solution, an easy solution to get away from that pain. It's very easy to say, yes, sign me up for that. I want to get away from this. I'm tired of the pain. 1000%. So many people will say yes to this offer. But what if the catch is, on the other side of that pain, the other side of the door, is a life beyond your wildest dreams. Imagine a life where all your desires, all your dreams, everything that you ever thought of, and even more, has been actualized just because you had to go through this pain. Would you still say yes to my offer? I'm going to be exploring this in a fresh new perspective to look at the kind of pain and the challenges you're going through right now, a different mindset that you can tune into to help you navigate those challenges. So hi, my name is Eva. I'm an intuitive healer. I work with two modalities. One which is based on working with the Akashic records is called soul realignment, and the second one is called quantum flow, which is all about getting your nervous system to match the kind of vibration, the kind of dream that you're trying to manifest. Because if your nervous system is not calibrated for that dream, trust me, you're gonna self-sabotage at some point in your life. And with quantum flow, we use techniques such as breath, work, sound, and movement to help you regulate your nervous system, help you release all your old past memories, and so much more. But I'm going to be sharing more on how these two powerful techniques and tools and principles can be a game changer in your healing, in your growth, in your transformational journey. So let's get back to my question. So I've asked you the question, if I offered you right now to take away your pain, suffering, challenges, whatever it is, would you say yes? And let me know down in the comments. And again, remember, the catch is that you also get to sacrifice your wildest dreams, a life beyond your wildest dreams, if you say yes to my offer. And the next question is, if I offered you right now to erase all the memories of the pain you've experienced in your entire life from childhood, and we've been through so much. I don't think I know anyone who's never gone through a certain kind of pain, all the way from childhood. If I offered you to erase all of that away, so that now you only have the memories of all the goodness and nothing else, would you still say yes to that offer? You might jump on it if you can sit down and recall, maybe when I was a child I was bullied, or my parents rejected me, or mistreatment by the people around me at that point. It would be very easy to say that, especially when you're in that victim kind of mindset, that my life is horrible because I went through that pain. It would be very easy for you to say yes, right? But what if whatever challenges, whatever you went through, either in your childhood, in your adulthood, was all meant to prepare you for the kind of life you're living? That the kind of wisdom, the kind of caution, the kind of resilience, the kind of strength you exhibit right now will never have been possible had you not go through that pain. Will you still say yes to that offer if erasing the challenges, erasing the pain meant that this version of you also stopped existing altogether? Because remember, from our most painful struggles is an opportunity for us to rise even higher than we could have ever possibly imagined. Remember, a diamond is not forced by just, is not formed by just going through an easy process. It passes through fire. It passes through a lot for it to emerge to be that diamond, for it to be converted from carbon to diamond. That's a long process. It's a hard process. But the result is you get the diamond at the end. You get to transform the carbon to the diamond, right? And it has to go through that process, which is never painful. So that will be what you'll be sacrificing if I was to erase all your pain away. So again, would you say yes to that offer? And how much will it cost you? Because this is how I want you to look at it, and tying it now to the experiences that you're having right now. Maybe you're going through some pain. Maybe you're going through, I don't know, any kind of challenge you're facing right now. And maybe you at that moment you're like, I do not have the strength to get through this. Take it away. God, please take it away. Universe, please take it away. I'm tired. I want this pain to end. But if you can look back at all the pain you've experienced in your life and see the goodness that came from that, will it help you navigate your current period in life much better? Because you know at the other side of the door is the diamond that you're forging right now through this pain. When you have that fresh new perspective, it makes it easier to navigate the challenges because you know it's not meant to punish you. It's meant to forge you into the resilient, strong, courageous, confident version of you that will be able to handle that wild life, the life that is beyond your wildest dreams. Because without this pain, you might actually sabotage that opportunity when it comes about. Would you then be able to navigate your current challenges easier? I'll give you several examples. Assuming that one of your past pain was a certain betrayal in a very important relationship in your life. Huge betrayal. Okay, we erase that pain. But then from that pain, you gain the wisdom, the caution, the ability to not just jump into any kind of relationship just for the sake of it, but to really bring wisdom in what kind of people you're allowing into your life so that you don't go through that pain again. Now, maybe before you used to entertain people who never used to treat you good, and you're like, okay, maybe that is what I was deserving. But you went through the most painful situation that made you say, you know what? I'm done with this. I need to be more mindful about the people I'm bringing into my life, the people I'm engaging with in relationships. So you gain some wisdom and some perspective. And because of that, the other side of the door, you meet a person that you never even thought was you had the ability to manifest in your life. Maybe it could be a love relationship or otherwise. You meet a friend or a partner that gives you the kind of love that you wanted, that you only desired for yourself. Because now it made you question and be more mindful about who you get into a relationship with. But that will never have happened had you not gone through the painful betrayals and the painful situations in your relationship. So that made you wiser in who you bring about and allowed you to attract the partner of your wildest dreams. So if I was to erase that wisdom that you gained along with the pain, are you willing to sacrifice the possibility of meeting someone who will match your every desire beyond your wildest dreams? Would you actually say yes to that? For me, 1000% no. I get it. We go through so many challenges, right? So many moments. And I can tell you, from the dark night of the soul that I went through, that actually set the stage for what I'm doing right now, set the stage for me taking a whole different path in my life, for me saying yes to following my passion, following my purpose, finding my purpose. If I had to go through my dark night of the soul again, yeah, if it meant this version of me will emerge after that. And I'm not saying that I want to manifest that again, no. The lessons were learned. And because I learned the lesson from that pain, from that challenge, it allowed me to birth a whole new reality, a whole new perspective for myself. And this is how I really want you to look at it. Now, some of the videos I've been watching lately have been to actually understand the life of very successful entrepreneurs. And I'm talking people who've managed to scale their businesses into multi-millions, into billionaire status. And they're sharing their life stories about how they were actually able to navigate their life to get to the moment they're in right now with all the kind of success that they could possibly imagine, even beyond. Because some of them even say, like, the kind of life I'm living right now, the kind of things that I have, the kind of experiences I have, I will never have thought would be possible for me. Because when I was small, yes, maybe I wanted to be successful, but not to this level. It went beyond my wildest dreams. And do you think that that projection from, when they had that dream to who they are right now was easy? No, in fact, some of them claim that they've gone through going broke, sometimes being homeless, sometimes facing rejection from the people around you, losing relationship, losing partnership, sometimes even health-wise. So much of their life has been deeply impacted because of the path that they chose. But when they're asked, would you go through that again if it meant that the life you're living right now was a possibility? And all of them say, hell yes, it was so worth it. Of course, it sucked when I was going through it, when I didn't know whether I was going to be able to pay my employees, or when I incurred so much debt that my business went down and I had to start over again and again. Of course, when I was going through those challenges, that's hard. I almost thought I couldn't make it, but I persevered. I was resilient. I woke up again and again, and I did not let my failures keep me down. And because of that, this version of me that exists, this successful version of me, who's a billionaire, who's a multi-millionaire, whatever, will never have been possible had I not go through the challenges. So do you think if I offer this person, can I take away your pain? If it meant that the kind of life they're living right now, they never get to that point in their life, how many people will actually say yes? I don't think I know anyone. And if you say yes, let me know in the comments. Let me know your reasons for that. Because again, everyone sees life through different lenses. This is the lens I'm seeing my life through right now. So let me know your perspective. If the answer to any of the questions that I've asked today is yes, let me know your perspective in the comments. Let's learn from each other, because maybe there's a different side I don't know of. But for me, honestly, this is what, when I hear certain stories like that they went through the most hard moments, and chances are, if maybe you actually went through whatever they went through, you probably maybe will not have made it to that end. Because what most people do is that they go through the pain and it makes them stop working on themselves. It makes them just take a break from their life and not want to deal with that pain again. They don't use the pain in a way that actually they can alchemize it and transform it into something beautiful, the diamond, the treasure that's on the other side. They never do that, and most people don't have the courage to actually go through that. But I want you, if you're watching me, and again, you're going through the most challenging moments right now, I want you to just remember this. If you were to take away that pain, fine, maybe it will make your life easier. But picture the treasure that's on the other side. Picture a life beyond your wildest dream. And the only thing that's stopping you, the only thing between you and that life, is all these challenges, all the pain. How fast will you go through the pain right now? Maybe today you get knocked down, but then you're like, no, just a couple more steps, then I get to the door and I open, and boom, I'm walking into the life that I've always dreamt of, beyond my dreams. How fast will you actually get through the pain? How fast will you wake up today if you knew what was awaiting you on the other side? For me, that's literally what I use to navigate my life. Because then I look back, again, dark night of the soul, and I'm looking at myself right now. I never thought I'll be able to get through that pain. I never thought I'll be able to. But because I use that pain, I alchemize it, it set me on this path I'm in right now, which I am so deeply grateful for. For me, if it meant that the only thing standing between me and my wildest dream are the kind of challenges I'm facing right now, yes, I'm waking up every day. I'm not saying that adopting this mindset will not make you go through those moments where you're in doubt, like, why on earth is this happening to me? Because sometimes you're human and you will go through those moments, but don't use those moments to keep you down. Use them to fuel your desire, to fuel that fire that gets you to walk that path until you get to the other side. That's my perspective. So again, share in the comments what you think about what I've shared today. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any kind of content I put out here. And I love to hear from you. What kind of things would you love me to talk about? What kind of challenges are you facing that you would love to hear a fresh new perspective on my end about it? Do share in the comments also. And I did promise I was going to share how soul realignment and quantum flow can be a game changer for whatever you're going through in life. So now with soul realignment, and one thing that I love, and I wish I had this like from childhood, because it will have saved me from such much pain. And I know it's the irony of, when I'm talking about if the pain that I experienced led to the version of me right now, will I erase it? Probably not. But with soul realignment, we're not going to erase that pain or the memory of it, because they forged you. All those experiences have forged the version of you that might be seeking that solution right now, right? With soul realignment, it's really to understand the why behind that pain. Why have you attracted certain kind of experiences again and again? It kind of feels like you're stuck in a loop of negative experiences, either attracting the same kind of partner just in different bodies, or the same kind of experiences over and over and over again, like a broken record. And you can't seem to figure out right now why that keeps happening. Well, I'll tell you one thing. The first thing that you need to change in your life, if you want to get to the other side, is, and this is hard for so many people here, is to take full responsibility for everything that you've manifested thus far, which is hard for so many people. But when you take responsibility and you're saying, okay, so I created this in some way or form. We normally create the circumstances based on the kind of actions or choices rather that we take on a daily basis. That is how you get to experience the kind of consequences you have right now in your life. So if you've been making the same kind of mistakes, and maybe you have no idea what mistakes I'm making in my life that are creating the kind of dysfunction that I'm seeing reflected in my health, in my finances or relationships, with soul realignment, we actually get to understand the root cause of it and weed it out. Because now with this awareness, now with the knowledge of how you're contributing to creating the kind of life you have right now you're empowered to make different choices going forward. Because, and I'm not saying that once I give you the reasons, the root cause, and then we do the energetic healing with the Akashic records, that's it. Like I wave the wand and then boom, your life is now magical. No, that's when the work starts. Because what I always tell my clients is, true healing actually is not done by me. I'm simply a facilitator in the process. The only thing I'm doing is that bringing your awareness to what you need to do going forward to bring true healing in your life. So for you, that might require you to make some different choices going forward, so that you don't keep on attracting the same kind of people. Remember, if you keep doing the same things, you'll always get the same results. Try something else and you might manifest better and incredible results for yourself. But you have to have the courage to do that. With soul realignment, I empower you with the knowledge, with the awareness of why your life has been the way it has been, the kind of choices you're making right now that are contributing to that, the kind of choices you need to make to create a different trajectory in your path, right? And then with quantum flow, we're using powerful practices, breathwork, sound, and movement to help you recalibrate your nervous system, help you release all these memories of the emotional wounds and the pain you've experienced throughout your life. And so many people are actually carrying so much trauma that they're not even aware of within their bodies. What most people do when they start their healing journey is that they focus so much on working on the mind, which, trust me, I get, right? Because this is what is out there. And yes, it works. But you find that 10 years, 5 years, 6 years down the line, someone still hasn't got through and gotten to the other side. And there's a reason for that. Because it's not just a mind thing, it's also a body thing. So if you're not incorporating your body into your healing process, guess what? You might get the results eventually. I don't know how long that takes, because again, we're all different people. But with quantum flow, we're accelerating that, because we're working on different areas of your life. Your physical, your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, your energetic well-being. We're targeting all these different levels and leveling them up. Quantum flow is not a practice you just do one off and then boom, your results are delivered. It's a practice you embody, because the kind of challenges and the pain you've gone through that have created this existence for yourself right now, that didn't happen in one day. So you cannot expect the healing to also be instant. It's gonna take some time, but I can assure you that with dedicated practice, I've done this practice for the past, I don't even know how many years, and I can tell you the version of me that exists right now would not have been possible if I did not have quantum flow to support my journey throughout. So these are the gifts that I offer to you that will be a game changer in your growth, in your healing, and your transformational journey in this year and the other years beyond. So if you're curious about this, do check out the link in the description box down below. Book a discovery call, and in this discovery call, you're just gonna get to see, will these two solutions that I offer to you, will they be a great fit for whatever you're currently experiencing in your life? My answer is hopefully yes, because I cannot wait to meet you on the other side and guide you and be a witness to who you get to wake up, to the potential that you get to wake up in yourself by going through this powerful process. So, homie, sending you so much love and blessings. In the next video, I'm going to be looking at these questions I've asked, but now from a different angle, in that if I asked you the question, if you had the chance right now to again wave your magic wand and erase all the pain that humanity is currently going through, will you take that offer? I'm going to be attempting to answer that question in part 2 of this video. So make sure you tune in for that, subscribe to my channel, and also click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on that particular and those particular insights I'll be sharing in that video. Love and blessings, and see you on the next video. Bye for now.